All right, boys, buckle up. We got a rich one today. Oh, no, this one's good. As you guys may have heard, the stock market's taken a royal... Safe to say you guys saw it coming. I know everybody back here did, right, boys? And if you didn't see it coming, this message was sent in on Instagram from my main channel, and this one's about you, and apparently about me. We're going to learn a lot today, and we just might have some fun. Now, this is Rich. This guy goes, he DMs me, he goes, forget about helping people wake up. If it was going to happen, it would have happened a long time ago. First of all, it's not my job to wake anybody up. I just like to joke around and call bullshit on society. Let's get that out of the way. He goes, the truth is, things will always be the same. The strong overcome the weak. This is evolution. There's nothing you can do to change it. Okay? He goes, the rich eat the poor because the poor are stupid. Awesome. There's no use in complaining about any of it. Simultaneously sending me a message unsolicited, bitching, apparently, to me. That's funny. He goes, believe me. Believe him. I don't even know this guy. You don't even know me. No one believes anybody. This is great. He goes, I've been trying a lot harder than you have. It's futile to try and save them. Let them perish. All right. First of all, there's a big difference between being rich and poor and weak and strong. One has to do with money. The other one does not. Let's get that out of the way. Second of all, a wise man once said, the biggest man was once a baby. Okay. It's Bob Marley, by the way. They killed him. Just kidding. Foot cancer. Duh. Anyways. But here's something this guy is not realizing. I'm not trying to wake anybody up. First of all, 8 years ago, if I were to talk about any of this stuff that's going on in the world, people would think I'm nuts. And if you tried to find it on the internet, it was very little, small amount of people talking about what's going on in today's society. Nowadays, this is to prove this gentleman wrong. I just threw him in the back seat because that's where he belongs. Honestly, I don't even want him in my car with that attitude. But now everyone's screaming at the top of their lungs about it. So I think he's sadly mistaken. Second of all, when he says rich eat the poor, this has to do with the stock market. You're probably wondering why I put stock market in the title. Because this has to do with that. Crypto, all that shit. All right. The top 1% is what he's talking about when the rich eat the poor. All right. It's safe to say this guy's in the bottom 99%, even the bottom 90%. You know why? Because the top 1% wouldn't be DMing me on Instagram. Because I am part of the 99%. Or I guess I'm part of, the top 15% if you add in my annual salary. Big fucking deal. I'm still considered poor in the grand scheme of things. What do you mean by that, Jack? Okay. The stock market, crypto, all this shit, that's top 1% shit. So when it takes a dump like it is, and the Great Depression happens all over again, the 99%, which is me and you and that fucking jamoke in the back seat, no offense, but the way he was talking sounds exactly like whoever's running the big show. Yeah, I'm a little nuts. I'm a little conspiracy. No, I'm not. Or maybe I am. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. I never claimed that I do. This guy acts like he's been around for thousands of years. Maybe he has. Maybe I have. Maybe I forgot. He acts like shit has never crumbled in society ever. My point is stocks, all this stuff, these like fake numbers on a screen, it's not a tangible good. The only thing that actually matters, this car, okay? This car, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, and you probably are going to. This car, this knife, hold on, a gun, right? Okay? That runs out of bullets, okay? I got 100 knives, all right? This t-shirt, pair of shoes I'm wearing, the house you live in, which the top 1% own, by the way, right? This guy's not a part of that club. You know how I know? I already told you. He DM'd me on Instagram. That's how I fucking know. The person who made this iPhone that I'm recording on is a part of the club. I am merely a slave working for Google. Whoever owns that. So I'm not saying don't invest in the stock market. If I were you, I wouldn't. I have money sitting in a Roth IRA with Fidelity for 4 years that's just sitting there making a tiny % interest. Didn't even put it in the S&P 500. Do you know why? Because I knew this shit was going to happen, just like most of you did. And everybody who's a part of the rest of the 99%, or let's just say 90%, just to make you guys feel better. I don't want to insult any of you guys that are like doing pretty well. But unless you own a bunch of houses and assets and you really run shit, we're all basically in the same boat. Okay? And this isn't to scare anyone. This is just to kind of like this guy back here. He's right. He's right. The strong will survive. Okay? Forget the rich and poor. Okay? Weak people who don't do what they're supposed to do and handle business, yeah, if shit crumbled and society went to all hell, they're fucked. They're screwed. Because I'm not carrying around dead weight. Just like that guy's not carrying around dead weight. I get that. But when he's coming at us, right, not realizing he's no better than me and I'm no better than you, unless you're part of the 1% top elite, how you doing, whatever, good for you. I don't, it's all good. But he's right about that. I'm not going to carry around dead weight. I don't care if we're living in huts. Jack of the jungle, right? If you're in my tribe and you're not contributing, you want to sit around and be lazy, fuck you, you're out of the tribe. You're not eating this food you didn't go hunt for. You're not eating any shit. Come around here, fuck my women? You don't want to do any work? I don't think so, Big Daddy. See, I like to have fun. It's not my job to wake people up. My job is to call bullshit on society, let people laugh, and the only way people laugh is because I say things that allow them to think, and I say it in a funny fashion. So you guys think for yourselves. I really don't care. I'm just here to have the conversation because I'm not going to walk around town and be in the grocery store like this guy's doing, saying he's trying to wake people up forever. What's he doing? Walking around, tapping on a guy's shoulder at a Walgreens and go, just so you know, the top 1% are going to fuck us in the ass and they're going to kill you. You're a weak man. Come on, dude. Come on. Get the fuck out of here. All right? You want to be any good, help your fellow neighbor, but only if they'll help you back. And people in your life that aren't contributing, unfortunately, it's probably safe to say it's better to get them out now. I've had to do it. I just had to kick my best friend out of my house. I love him, but he's dead weight. And if shit were to hit the fan, he ain't gonna do nothing for me. And I do everything for him. So I do agree with this guy to an extent. But that attitude, no better than the top 1% that's been fucking all of us, including this guy. God, this was a solid talk. I really had a good time, just later, losers, right? Isn't that how that feels? Unreal, man. Some people. Good talk.